Second mantra, the second line, it says Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Okay, Tamaha means darkness. There are different, if we translate Tama into English, it can be different. Tamaha means darkness. Tamaha means it's a quality. Okay, in Sanskrit it is called Guna. Okay, so Tamaha, here it says Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya means lead me from darkness to light. So when the Veda refers to darkness and the light, it means ignorance and knowledge. So here, lead me from darkness to light means lead me from ignorance to light. Okay. So here, what is ignorance and what is knowledge? Previous classes also we understood what is the knowledge. Okay, there are three things: knower, knowable, and the process of knowing. Okay, in all together it's knowledge. So here it in knowledge says divine knowledge, or we can say transcendental knowledge. Okay, so lead me from ignorance to the light, to the knowledge. Okay, so that we'll understand today. Okay, so next, mrutyuruma amrutam gamaya, lead me from death to immortality. And then om shanti shanti shanti. So that you have, you can write in chat. Write at least one or two ignorance that you have. Write in chat. Do it. In Sanskrit, actually, in ignorance in Sanskrit, it is called avidya. Okay, avidya means not knowing. Okay, so actually there is a definition. What is called avidya? What is called ignorance? So here I am explaining darkness. Darkness also it indicates avidya. Avidya means not knowing. We can say lacking this wisdom. Okay, lacking the wisdom. So that is called avidya. So what avidya? What kind of avidya we have? What kind of ignorance we have? That can be whatever is there. That can be four types. One is the anitya, asuchi, dukkha, anatma. What is that? There are four kinds of avidya, or you can say four types of ignorance. One is anitya. That means anitya means impermanent. Asuchi, impure. Dukkha, distressing. And last one is anatma, means not self. Not self. So these four kind of avidyas or ignorance we have in our whole life. That is why we cannot, because of this kind of avidya, we do not realize the self. We do not realize the God. We do not realize the Atman. So who realize the self, who realize the Atman, they are free from these four types of avidya in day-to-day life. First, we can say anitya. Anitya means impermanent. What kind of ignorance we have? We consider impermanent as permanent. We consider impermanent as permanent. This is the first. Second, we take we mistakes impure as pure. We mistakes impure as pure. Then we mistakes distressing as happiness. We mistakes distressing as happiness. And the last one, we consider not self as self. That what happened to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so these are four types of ignorance we have. First, impermanent. Okay, then let's will it try to understand with the example. So here, tamasoma, from darkness, from ignorance. What kind of ignorance? Four types of ignorance. First is impermanent, then impure, then distressing, then empty self, or you can say not self. That now anatma. Okay, anatma means not self, not soul. That means body. You can say. Okay, let's take one. First, impermanent is permanent. So we consider impermanent. I have given that example before also. Whenever we were working on the, if imagine you are going to market in evening, suddenly you found one object laying on the road. It appears like snake, and from that moment, the first moment when you look at that object, and you got the knowledge that is snake, got the knowledge of snake from that object, right? So the first moment you got the knowledge of the knowledge of snake from that object. So that knowledge, what you got for you, that is what, that is real, because it appears at the surrounding because of darkness or something. It appears like snake. So you got the knowledge of snake from that object, right? But in a reality, the object is, what is that? It's a, it's a rope. It's a rope. It's not a snake. Okay. So when you saw that object, you know, it's a, you know, you got the idea snake, and you know, you move on, okay, from that object, and no, you went somewhere, and in on the same road, okay, your friend also they came, okay, he came, and he saw that object. It appears like snake, but he has a torch light. So because of the torch light, and he found, oh, this is not a snake, this is a rope. So you first consider that object is a snake, and you move away. But after that, your friend came in that path, and he saw that object. Okay, but it appears like snake, but because of some light, okay, because of light, he, you know, got the reality. No, that is not a snake. That is a rope. So you get an idea, the same idea also, other one he got. Okay, but later because of light, he, what happened? Because of light, he understood the sense. That means he understood the reality. In the same way, okay, whatever is visible to us, that we know, whatever we experience. Somebody has unmuted. Can you please mute? Okay. So that means, if that knowledge, the snake knowledge you get, that is impermanent, but the object rope, that is permanent. Okay, that is the real. In that case, it is a real. Okay, but it appears like snake. So that in the same way, in the whole living world, we consider this is the permanent, but it has a destruction. So that is the impermanent. So after, what is the light? Light is the divine knowledge. So when the divine knowledge imparted on you, then your ignorance will remove. The first ignorance, you understood? So we consider impermanent as permanent. That means unreal is real, the same thing. Okay. Then second kind of ignorance, what we have? That is, first is a anitya, then asuchi, impure. In your day-to-day activities, in your daily life, you find there is a living body and there is something which is called a dead body. So what is the difference? The soul, it is exist in that living body. So that's, we call it living body. And the dead body, the soul leave that body. That's, it's called dead body. So, but what is pure and impure? When we touch a living body, we do not consider this is an impure. But when we consider a dead body, we call it is impure. Okay. Then, you know, in the day-to-day activities, in the daily life, it is a, you know, it is a behavior in the society. Okay, they consider it impure. After you, if you touch a dead body, then you will come and you will take bath and all. Okay, so that means, you see, the body, whatever you are touching, the dead body and living body, the both body are same. Like it is made of panchabhuta. Okay, five substance. Okay, but the living body and dead body. But when the you know the life, the soul is existing in the living body, we consider it is living one. It is pure. Okay, and that is impure. So that means, whether the body is pure or impure, whether the purity and impurity is there in the body, because we have mistaken that one. Because we consider this body is the same. Okay, but the thing is, life, the soul in one body is exist, in another it is not. So that means, which is the pure? That means the soul is the pure. By logic, we say the soul is pure, the body is in, but then this body is the pure and this is the impure, this is the pure and this is the impure. You know, so this is also one kind of ignorance we have. Next, discretion. If you desire something, and according to your desire you got it, okay, that means your desire fulfilled, then you feel happy. You feel very happy, okay, when your desire fulfilled. But after fulfilling the desire, after 1 year, 2 year, or after 15 days and 16 days, you won't feel happy from that same what you get before. You won't feel, because your desire will, you know, it will increase, and you want to get a new one, and you know, more and more. So whatever, that moment you consider this is, you know, if I'll get that one, I will feel happy. But next, after you get that, after 1 year, 2 year, you won't feel the same thing. Okay. Why? Because we consider the distressing. So our desire, the achievements, whatever we, the whatever gain day to day life, we consider this is the ultimate and this is the real happiness, but this is the temporary. So real happiness is permanent. Permanent means it will ever present within you. That is self realization. So distressing. So whatever we get from our desire. Okay, these are the distressing. Okay, but what is the happiness? But we consider this is the happiness. But what is the real happiness? Which is something beyond that. Okay, those who attain moksha, they got the real happiness. Okay, and that is the permanent. Okay, next last one is called uh, not self. We consider who you are. Somebody will indicate your body. So your body is who you are. Okay, who are you? So but what is the reality? Reality is that who you are. You are that atman. And previous classes also you understood. So that gold, who you are the gold, not necklace. Okay, this necklace is a name, and because it's a only name according to the safe. Okay, but the reality is the goal. In the same way, you are the self, you are the Atman, but the reality is not the no, you are the Atman body. You can say, but in a day-to-day life, what our body is the self. Okay, body is the soul, but body soul both are different. As we know all the things. Okay, so that is why we have these four types of ignorance. So here tamasoma jyotirgamaya means lead me from these ignorance, four types of ignorance to the knowledge, to the real knowledge, that divine knowledge. Okay, so that means these four types of ignorance. How we understand? As we are, as you given the example that a rope and a snake. Okay, snake knowledge is the false. This is the ignorance. Rope is the reality. Okay, then what is divine knowledge? If you will bring a torchlight, if you will bring a torchlight, then you will find that real object. In the same way, if you want to now free from this four types of ignorance, you need the divine knowledge. Okay, the spiritual knowledge. Then only we can understand the reality. Okay, if you once you understand, once you're free from this four kind of ignorance, then you will be free from the happiness, sadness. Okay, you will be very free. Okay, then you will find the real peace. Okay, that is the thing. Then if you yeah, the last line, tamasoma, sorry, mrityurma amrutam gamaya. Okay, mrityurma amrutam gamaya. Here, lead me from death to immortality. Okay, this should not be taken as the prayer to live endless here in heaven or on earth. It is a prayer to Guru for assistance in realizing the truth that I was never born, nor can ever die, as I am not the body, mind, and intellect, but the eternal blissful consciousness, and the soul is the substratum all creations. You see, it is so. What it means? Immortal. Okay, immortality. It doesn't mean you will live a long life, like endless life. 500 years, 1,000 years. 2,000 years you want to live. It's not that. Mrityu, what we call it? The destruction of the body. If the body will destroy, we call it Mrityu. Okay. The Mrityu of what? The death of what? Death of the body. You see, according to scientists, this is in 1 year, okay, like 98% of the cell will change. Okay. It will change automatically. That means the cells within your body is dying. Again, it's generating, right? It is taking its place. So in the same way, the body, okay, it will be destroyed. Okay, then who you are not the body. Then who you are the Atma, or you can say you are the self. So if you are the self, whether you are present before the body, yes, Atma took one body, the self took one body. After this time period is over, this body will destroy again, self, the soul will take another body according to your karmas, whatever the karma you did in a previous life. Okay, so accordingly, the process is going on. So mrityurma amrutam gamaya, that means free from this birth and death, circle. That means free from the rebirth circle. So it is mrityurma, that is the real amrita, that is the moksha. Mrityu of the body, the death of the body. So here, to free from the death and life. So we call, birth and death. Okay, free from the birth and death. So this is the Mrityurmamritam Gamaya. That means the seeker wants to attain the moksha, attain to liberation. You understood? So Mrityurmamritam Gamaya, it indicates, okay, from life and death to the immortality. Immortality means the moksha. It is not that in this body you will live long. It's not that. Okay. So actually it is important to remember that with all these mantras, the leading, actually, the leading is not a physical leading. The Atma is not something far away that we have to make a pilgrimage to. Nor it is something we need to transform ourselves into. So Atma means self. We do not need to transform self into ourselves, right? Self, it is there. It is there, right? So nor we do not need to travel to it. We are in it. The journey is a journey of knowledge. It is the journey from the a misunderstand to be ourselves to what truly is ourselves. What the mantra really means is lead me to the understanding that I am not the limited body mind and intellect, but i am was I was and I will be in that eternal absolute peaceful consciousness that you know uh, serve as their substratum. So this is what meaning of this mantra. Okay. So once again, I will just summarize this mantra, then we will come to the third mantra. So listen, Asato Ma Sadgamaya means lead me from untruth to truth. Untruth means that is unreal things. Truth means that is real things. Okay. Then Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya, lead me from darkness to light. Here, darkness means ignorance, light means knowledge. So lead me from ignorance to knowledge. So ignorance are four types. One, we consider the first one we consider impermanent as permanent. So one kind of ignorance we have. Second kind of ignorance we consider as pure. Fourth, we consider not self as self. If we give example, first one, we consider impermanent, which is not permanent. Impermanent is permanent in the sense the knowledge of snake is impermanent, but the reality permanent is that low. Okay, because of some darkness or because of some kind of reason, it is visible to us. Okay, as a snake, but reality is different. Then in that case, we need divine knowledge. We need the knowledge, the absolute knowledge, so that we, we must understand the reality, what the reality is. Okay, so this is the first kind of. Second kind of ignorance, we consider impermanent as permanent. That means we consider this body, whenever we are touching this living body and dead body, we consider this living body is different from the dead body, but the body, both the body is same. It is made of panchabhota, but we consider this body is pure and this is impure. But in a reality, the body, there is nothing pure and impure in that body. The we can say what is pure? Pure is that Atma, the soul. The soul, you can say the self. Okay. Third kind of ignorance, distressful. Okay, we consider as happiness. Whatever we achieve, okay, in our moksha prapti, self-realization. Okay, that one. So, so we can consider distressful things as a pleasure. Okay, so whatever you get in worldly life, okay, you should make the balance. Okay, balance of what? Distressfulness and happiness. If you get something, you should not be so excited. And when you lost something, you should not be knocked down. Okay, you make the balance, because it will come and it will go. Okay, because something is created, something comes, means definitely it will go. But something which is real, ever present, That is the self. Okay. So now that is the third type. And what is the fourth type? Fourth type of ignorance we have, that is not self and self. We consider this body is everything. Okay, it's not that. Body it is. Now 3 to 4 days back there is a news in Israel. Scientists, they have successfully tested what that they want to they can make the human being as they are, like means, the old age will not come to them successful actually. They have taken 9 to 10 old people. Okay, like those are more than 60 64 year, yeah, more than 64. Okay, for them they have tested last 3 months. They have, so they have given sufficient oxygen and what kind of medicine they have done. Okay, so they found, okay, the cell which is dying in our body, they control that one. Okay, that means in 65-year age also you will be able to look like 25 years or 23 or 24-year-old boy or girl. Okay, but in the meanwhile they cannot control the death, right? The body cell that can be done, okay, but not that one. So if you consider what is that, the body is everything, it's not that, because it has a destruction, definitely it will destroy. The soul is different from the body. So you are the soul, you are not the body. Okay. Now you understood the that four kind of ignorance. So tamasoma jyotirgamaya is understood. Next, mrityurma amritam gamaya. Here mrityu means the death. Death in the sense the death of the body. So you see, Atma take Atma, now Atma is exist in this body. After the body is destroyed, okay, then again it will take another body, then again another body, another body. So there are infinity number of different deaths. Life, death. Mrityu, it indicates the rebirth cycle. Okay, Mrityurma Amritam. Here Amrita indicates the self-realization. Okay, or self-realization, Mukti is called. It's Mukti. Okay, that means liberation. Okay, so lead me from death to immortality means lead me from rebirth cycle to uh, to the liberation. Now you understood. So these are the meaning of this mantra.